This Japanese dish costs an arm and a leg, because each portion will take away 7 hours of your lifespan. In this world, people don't trade by using money. They use their lifespan instead. Everyone have a timer on their wrist. Handshakes refer to transferring method. Life is being paid for daily costs. Hospital fees is extravagant. Not so long ago, Lin Kei's sister got into an accident. He had to sell his beloved motorcycle to get enough money to pay for the surgery. In order to continue the treatment, Lin Kei took an offer of delivering dangerous items. Once he successfully bring this mysterious gem to Ming Chang, he'll earn 300 days. He could have go and come back in 1 day, but since there were no transportations, it took 3 days to get there by foot. It means he had to sleep outside that night, so it is essential to find a safe stopover. He walked into uninhabited ruins. He got the eyes of a time heterogeneous when he just came in. Based on the light from the hourglass on its chest, the level might be D3. It rushed over without leaving him time to react. Lin Kei immediately pulled out his knife. He took the chance and stabbed right at its chest. After the heterogeneous fall down, the hourglass was dropped. This is a special energy from the heterogeneous, as known as their weakness. You can take the amount of time inside once you crush it. But what Lin Kei didn't expect was, this low-level heterogeneous had the energy of 130 days. There must be something unusual. While Lin Kei was still being pleased, 3D5 heterogeneous suddenly started approaching him. It was impossible for him to fight against these 3D5 heterogeneous at that time. So he hid behind the wall, and ran upstairs right away. Unluckily, he bumped into another heterogeneous. Taking a closer look, it was a D7 heterogeneous. It was not a 0% possibility to defeat this monster, but it's a 100% death. He ran away immediately without any thinking. But it was too late. The heterogeneous dashed to him, and bit his shoulder. He tried to hold back the pain and grabbed its head, and then used all the power to throw it downstairs. He attempted running upstairs. After getting to the rooftop, he locked the door. Because of injury from that bite, his time was counting down rapidly. He checked his bag for medicine. However, the heterogeneous had already been behind the door. Lin Kei stood up and took a fighting stance directly, to prepare for the final battle. At the moment the heterogeneous rushed towards him. He dodged right away, and aimed to its chest. It was quick for him to realize that, in spite of using all his power, the hourglass was unable to be broken. The heterogeneous knocked him down. It dashed to him like lightning. Lin Kei kicked straight to its neck, taking advantage of the inertia to push it out of the terrace. Only after ensuring that it had already fallen, he was able to relieve. However, his condition was not so good. Looking at the rapidly reducing time, he knew it wouldn't last any longer. But there was still his sister who needs him to take care. And an uncompleted mission. Would his life be ended here? No matter how much offended he was, the fact that he would die will not change. Suddenly, the stone in his hand started to emit blinding light. The timer paused at 001 sec. His wound was healed quickly. A notice appeared in front of his eyes. Congratulations. Time system achieved. You've got a present for newcomer. Would you like to open it? He touched the present without hesitation. Another notice from the system. Congratulations, you have unlocked D-grade items, Crimson Glove, Silent Boots, and a Ice Mountain Kung Fu Codex. Would you like to use them? After he touched the confirm button, Lin Kei was covered by yellow light. All the equipments were attached on his body. While he was still being surprised, the D7 heterogeneous which fell down earlier, was hobbling to the rooftop. It wasn't expected that the monster didn't die after falling from that height. Although he got 2 equipments and a skill, his lifespan was still only 001 second. It would end if he got injured. Fortunately, one of its leg was broken, which had slowed down its speed. Lin Kei slipped behind its back. Use Ice Mountain Kung Fu which he just had learned. After the heterogeneous was knocked down, an hourglass was dropped. The combination of the skill and Crimson Glove was surprisingly strong. He could defeat it despite injury. He picked up the hourglass, crushed it to absorb the time energy. His lifespan extended to 170 days. Another notice from the system. Congratulations, your power level has upgraded to D7. You've got a lucky draw. Would you like to do it right now? Lin Kei touched the confirm button. Magical enhanced seed appeared. What's special was, this seed allow player to awaken magical power no matter which kind of origin. Lin Kei was a physical origin. He had never heard that people could possess 2 kinds of power at the same time. Physical origin refers to fighter. Awakening probability is 1/1000th. Magical origin refers to mage. Awakening probability is 1/10,000th. Magical divided to different elements: water, fire, woods, earth, ice and thunder. Thunder is the rarest, but interestingly, Lin Kei had awakened thunder. It seemed that Lin Kei was the only one who got both kinds of power. He was pleased thinking of it, but at that time, his customer suddenly came to him. While he was wondering about her appearance, Shu Wei asked him about the stone. If he told her that the stone had become his system, she would definitely call him crazy, so he said that it was lost. But what is unexpected was, Shu Wei didn't blame him. She just asked for 300 days as compensation. He was frozen to hear that. Shu Wei might not know anything about this stone. He embarrassedly replied, I don't have that much time savings. May I pay 100 days first? I'll pay the rest later. What never come to mind that? She agreed without thinking, which made him doubt her sudden appearance. As a result, he secretly followed Shu Wei. But at that time, 3 heterogeneous was approaching, petitioners in the narrow lane. Weren't they the 3 he saw earlier? He dashed towards those monster. When it didn't notice, he aimed to the chest and punched through it. The other 2 got mad and started attacking him. Just a second later, Lin K crushed their hourglasses with both hands at the same time. Defeating these D5 heterogeneuses right now is just same as killing an ant. What wonderful was, he had earned 600 days. At this stage, it wouldn't take him long to be able to transfer his sister to the center hospital. At the moment, there was a new notification. B-level gene potion has been unlocked. Do you want to exchange 300 days for it? After reading the description, he chose yes right away. This item can be considered as express potion, which increase express points. Lin K took 2 of them. His physical level upgraded to D8. For normal training method, it may take years to level up. Another notification appeared. Congratulations, you've got a lucky draw. After Lin K chose yes, AD level item, Impulse Gauntlet appeared. These gauntlets would increase the power of your fist. Combining with Crimson Glove and Crimson Boots, it would be easy to defeat a D9 heterogeneous. At this moment, he heard the cry for help from Shu Wei not far away. He turned his head, and saw her were being chased by 3 D3 heterogeneous. She even couldn't fight over these low level. How could she avoid all those monsters to get here? In order to make it clear, Lin K gave her a hand by knocking down all of the heterogeneous. After being asked by Lin K, Shu Wei eventually told the truth. She was a tourist from Ming Chang, since she was ambushed by the heterogeneous when she was on the way. Her bodyguard had sacrificed, which gave her time to escape. After she returned to Quan Chang, she didn't have enough time to pay for another bodyguard. When she knew Lin K had no transportation by chance, she gave him the stone that randomly picked and offered the delivery job to Ming Chang. Then just simply follow him to this place. That would cut down the bodyguard fee by 5 times. He wasn't happy that Shu Wei had tricked him. But anyway, thanks to the stone he got all of these power. Lin K asked her if she wanted to go with him. Although they couldn't continue to go to Ming Chang, but it wouldn't be a problem to go back to Quan Chang. Shu Wei followed him immediately as he said. When they arrived, he gave her his name card. He said there was his address on it, where she could find him and ask for help whenever she need. And then a goodbye. Lin K went to the hospital, but when he get to the door, he saw someone running out. The man screamed, "Do not come in. They are full of heterogeneous." Lin K dashed into the hospital when he heard that. He ran to his sister's room. Seeing she was still fine, he was finally able to relieved. But at that moment, the dishonest hospital director was running into the room. He saw Lin K as the savior. He transferred 300 days to Lin K at once and asked to be protected. Lin K was dazed looking at his account. He didn't expect that stingy guy would suddenly be so generous. The guy pointed at those entering monsters and said, "Lin K, if you kill them, I'll waive all your sister's hospital fee." Although Lin K knew he was just fooling, he did hope that those heterogeneous would kill him. He had to fight in sake of his sister. Killing these low-level monsters was too easy for him. But what he didn't expect was, the hospital director was killed by a heterogeneous. The worst was, there were over 20,000 days in his account. If the heterogeneous absorbed all of this energy, it would level up into a C7 heterogeneous at minimum. At that time, all the city would be destroyed. The only way to stop this was to kill the monster before it absorbing all the energy. He took the momentum and dashed to the heterogeneous like a rocket. There was a boom. He used Ice Mountain Kung Fu to hit it. However, the punch didn't leave any effect on it. Lin K was knocked back on contrary. His current strength was no match for it. If it continued like this, he would die. Lin K opened the system. He bought a gun and some healing potion. Lin K charged the gun while he was taking the potion. A tremendous power came from his gun. A great light shot through the heterogeneous. It was a relief knowing that it wouldn't move anymore. The rescue team finally came. They started to fight with the heterogeneous right away. Thanks to them, all the monsters were wiped out. Knowing that Lin K was the one who knocked down that powerful heterogeneous captain of the rescue team, Li Chung consider him. He recommend Lin K going to the training camp. It was such a good news for Lin K. If he could pass the selection, he would get the best benefit. And the same to his family. Consequentially, his sister could move to a better hospital. When he got home, Lin K checked the system. He browsed the shop to see if there was any item that could enhance his ability. That would help him to get higher chance to pass the selection. His physical power was at level 8, but magical power was only at level D1. Lin K decided to buy 2 mind potions. After drinking, his magical power leveled up to D2. A new notification from the system. Congratulations, skill unlocked, Starry Meditation. Would you like to use 500 days to activate? This skill will increase your magical power through meditation. Lin K thought if he could increase his magical power, he would be invisible. Even fighting with C-level opponent might not be a problem. He chose yes without any hesitation. A flash of light ran through his body. Lin K had absorbed the skill. While he was practicing, someone was knocking the door. He immediately became extremely alert. Because it was apocalypse, heterogeneous were everywhere. There wouldn't be any guest come to your house night. A rich lady had to sell herself. She worked for the poor, Lin K as a nurse. It turned out a man called Zhao Cheng and cheated all of Xu Wei's time. She had no choice but find Lin K for help. Not only did he transfer her 100 days without any hesitation, but also gave her a job. Knowing her job was to take care of his sister who was in a coma. Xu Wei accepted right away. The next morning, Lin K brought her to the hospital. After telling every related thing, he left. He went to the Apocalypse training camp to participate the selection. After identity was confirmed, he walked into the barracks. Suddenly, a jeep burst in. He almost crashed into someone but still scolded them for not seeing the road. Aggressively occupied 3 parking spaces. The guy called Zhao Cheng'en was the second young master of Zhao family in internal area. His family was so rich at Quan Cheng that he was annoyingly bossy. Lin K recalled the person who had fooled Xu Wei was also called Zhao Cheng'en. He took a photo and sent it to Xu Wei. After confirming that was the bastard, Lin K decided to help her reclaim justice. At that time, and one-eye man came to the sports field and said, "I'm Zhao Ji-young, the judge of this selection. The first round will start after 15 minutes. As soon as he entered, he asked Zhao Cheng'en whether he cheated a girl all of her time. Zhao Cheng'en gruffly answered, "What? That silly girl was your friend? Did you know she would have died after being cheated?" Lin K said, "But he didn't care. So what? It's normal to see someone die in this apocalypse era. I know you're Lin K. I also know which hospital your sister is staying. Don't put your nose into it for sake of your sister." Lin K became furious after hearing that, and he was about to give that guy a lesson. The committee called his name. Lin K reluctantly had to ignore him. This could be continued after the selection. He tried to suppress his anger and entered the exam room. The first category was speed. Lin K won the first place with 435 seconds recorded. The second category was strength. He took the lead again with a power of 865 kilograms. The third category was ability to react. There were 10 shooters that would shoot 100 balls in 10 seconds. Anyone who was able to dodge at least 60 of them would pass. Lin K flexibly got rid of every ball. He successfully dodged 60 of them in a short time. When the LED number was 80, everyone exclaimed that this guy was so cool. He would break the record with just one more ball. And when the number turned to 100, everyone's eyes was on stocks. They couldn't believe that there would be a person who can do it. But Lin K didn't know that. In the dark, someone was abusing their authority to secretly change the grouping list in the second round, wrestling.